Oh guys, it is Jead and we have just doubled our coins on Team of the Week Mateus Cunha, and there are multiple cards we can look to do that again on today, which is why I am reinvesting. And on top of that, we have got FUT birthday leaks and possibly Neymar coming to FC26. And on top of that, we finally got R9, which means we have got some packs to open during this video from all the objectives and completing the season pass. So subscribe if you took R9, leave a like while you are down there. Ignore the dodgy throat. I apologize, I have a bad cold right now, but let's jump into it. And guys, if you want to use players like this and just need that little extra boost, then you can get your cheap, fast, and most importantly, safe FC26 coins at eldorado.gg. They have 24/7 support, a money-back guarantee, and you can use code JEAD at checkout to get another 5% off your order. Link is in the description. So I may not sound as hyped as I could be, boys, because of that cold, but we have some big stuff coming to the game, and Neymar coming to the game is crazy. Doubling our coins is crazy, and I really do think it'll be very easy to do that again today. But we also got some interesting content. I don't know if we'd call it good, but we got interesting content. A team of the year Rooney for 660,000 coins, for me, is not a complete unless you're possibly a Man United or maybe even an Everton fan. The way this game plays, no ticky, no quick step, no rapid, putting all your fodder into that, as sad as it is, unless you love Rooney, is a little bit of a waste. And we, of course, also got Matteo Regueri, who, again, is 150,000 coins worth of value. He's got Ticky and Jockey Plus. It's just one of those cards where he is decent, and I guess he's upgradable, but Jockey and Ticky Plus at this stage in the game for a left back, I imagine most of you guys will have a card better, so he's also probably an avoid, even though he'll be a decent card when he finishes getting his upgrades. The big one in terms of SBCs today is when we'll talk about leaks later, because the 89 Encore Icon upgrade expires in 4 hours, and we're getting an upgrade on this SBC, which we will talk about. Now, it depends obviously what the value of this SBC comes in at, how much it costs, but we could see a very, very decent Icon SBC today, which possibly could raise some fodder as well, because fodder is, of course, on the floor. And in terms of things expiring as well, this guy is also not a great card, to be honest. He's missing so many playstyles. But if you do want the Winter Wildcards Capo SBC that came out ages ago, he does expire in 4 hours. But yeah, he's pretty much useless as well. Now, we got an Evo yesterday, but it was not a regular evolution, a training camp one. And I think rightly so. A lot of people have criticised this evolution for one main thing, right? Max 86 pace on obviously a striker evolution. Although it does give some good stat boost. If I just throw this onto someone like Messi, for example, here, it does give some good stat boost and it does give a good card, but it's deliberately capped at max 86 pace. Now, it's not a bad Evo, but I just feel like every Evo we're getting, especially the fact that it's 60,000 coins, it's just, they're not really upgrading cards. Like, we get a good Evo, and then we go back a step, back a step, back a step, and you have to wait a week or 2 weeks until we get another good Evo again. And this Evo, again, feels like a back step. Now, we do have an evolution leak to come today. It also doesn't look spectacular. It doesn't look great, to be honest. We'll go into that and why EA are doing that, because I don't really understand what they're trying to achieve. But yeah, you can get Incisive Plus and Finesse Shot Plus if a card doesn't already have a Playstyle Plus. Now, that is really nice. The Playstyle Pluses are really nice. So if you've just got a card that for some reason just needs Playstyle Pluses, I guess they're fine. But apart from that, not really something I'm too bothered about. And probably not something I'm going to spend 60,000 coins on, to be honest. I don't really need that 60,000 coins spent on a card. They're not going to get in my team, not even going to get on the bench. To be honest, the more interesting evolution, genuinely, if you go into cosmetic, you get 2 of these. I've already used one of them on my Cisse evolution. You get 2 of the fantasy captain icon. Now, the funny thing about this was people were trying to sweat and get 20 wins to get this evolution, and now EA's go, oh, by the way, if you've got 35,000 coins or some FIFA points, you can just get it for free, and you can give any card max chemistry, and they do give icon chemistry as well. They give chemistry to the rest of your team. The fact that is there twice, I think that is so worth the 35,000 coins both times. Now, you might already have a full chemistry team, but a lot of you guys like myself have crazy evolutions. I have that Cisse evolution. He's from Sierra Leone and from the Championship, or not even Championship, he's from Salford, so he's from League 2, and he is just getting no chem, but he, even him having the icon chem, gives Sophia Wilson chem as well, so that's probably a better evolution than the 60,000 coins one we got. Now, in objectives, the only thing really I've noticed that the season pass doesn't expire this Thursday, but the Thursday afterwards, and EA are trying to throw in some SP like they always do. There's a rush event that is basically like the flash rush event that gives you, again, SP as well. You can see there, you can get 500 SP, 500 SP. You can see here as well, 1,000 SP. EA starting to throw SP around in objectives, basically trying to get you towards the end of the season. I imagine most of you guys will be getting towards level 20, towards level 30. If you've got a premium, you'll probably already be there because you get the SP boosts. But yeah, EA are going to start throwing in objectives like random season pass stuff, so keep an eye on that if you're not already level 30. And let me know down below what you're taking as well. That Petit card looks absolutely insane if you need a centre mid. but I don't, so I took the packs. And again, that's what I said before. We're going to open the packs later on in the video because I took all the packs. I didn't take Owen, didn't take Petit. So we have got some of the untradeable packs. We've got some of the tradable packs, of course, because we spent 500,000 coins getting the premium season pass. Can we make any of it back in these 2 packs here? We'll have to wait and see. But of course, more importantly, what have we got coming to the game? Now, this is to the absolute GOAT foot accountant. He posted this, and it's basically from Foot Scoreboard and the code. So yeah, the 88 Encore Icon pick is coming. Or not a pick, I should say. It's Encore Icon player pack. But the only big news here, as you can see, Nate's doing Team of the Year Ibrahimovic. Essentially, they've replaced Thunderstrucks with Team of the Year in this pack. So it's only 88 plus, which means hopefully, because it's 88 plus, the rate, it's not the rating, but the price shouldn't be too extortionate. But you can get Team of the Years in there. Now, obviously, the drop weight could be shocking. We get that. But you can no longer get Thunderstrucks in it. Now, what is weird is some of the Thunderstruck cards were actually okay. You had Eto'o, a Billy, you had Maradona. Some of the Thunderstruck cards weren't too bad. But pretty much all the Team of the Year cards are a dub. So if you get Team of the Year Icon walkout, you know you're at least getting something decent. Again, I'm almost always against the gamble. But if you forget here the SBC cards and the Season Pass cards, so forget Sissy, forget Desailly, Petit, Totti, you can get Rooney, Sega, you can get Morgan, Jairzinho, Yashin, Ibra, Maldini, Thuram, and Hullet. So if you see that Team of the Year icon walkout, yes, it could be Rooney, which is probably the absolute worst one. Even Yashin, you know, you guys might not need a goalkeeper. I wouldn't mind an icon chem goalkeeper. I'd obviously rather something else, but I wouldn't mind an icon chem goalkeeper. But if you don't get Yashin and Rooney, you are getting an absolutely amazing card from that pack, considering it should probably cost about 250,000 coins, or similar at least to what the last one cost. So is it worth the gamble? Is it going to raise fodder prices? We will wait and see, of course. And this, boys, is the new Evo I was speaking about coming today. Now, we did speak about Goalkeeper Yashin. What you probably guys don't need, what you probably don't need, is a far throw plus goalkeeper. Now, you get footwork and far reach silver. So we all know those 2 playstyles are silvers. You know, the best playstyles, obviously. I guess there's a situation where you have a card that has Deflector plus and you give them footwork and far reach silver. I guess that could be something. But honestly, it's max 86. I just want to know who looks forward to this, right? We are, by definition, in the worst point of FC26 because Foot Birthday's coming next week. That brings a bit of hype to the game, and we'll all get up for some of the cards. Hopefully, when we speak about some of the leaks, it could actually be quite nice. EA are playing on nostalgia a bit for Foot Birthday. But is EA deliberately doing shite content just so that next week feels better? I don't know. I doubt it. But it feels like this was almost done on purpose to get rage from the community. Because max 86 with Far Throw Plus is almost like an April 1st. Not March 1st, like it actually is. It's almost like it's April 1st. But the big one, boys, Neymar Zito. Now, I've brought up Killerfoot Trading's tweet here. He's pretty much confirmed in the community to be an absolute scammer, right? He rips off people's tweets. If you guys follow this guy on Twitter or you see any of his stuff, I would pretty much ignore him. Now, he put out, like, for example, Neymar guaranteed to drop it in Ultimate Team during Foot Birthday, stock him on Fodder. He has no idea. What's probably happened is he's told his Discord to go buy Fodder, and then that's all it is, right? Now, that doesn't mean Neymar's not coming for Foot Birthday. No, he definitely could come for Foot Birthday, and that's what I want to talk about. But just don't listen to that guy on Twitter. Now, this is way more reliable. We've got, as he's saying, 6th of March, which is when Foot Birthday drops on the Friday. Icons and Heroes, a new concept with a bomb. Who knows what that means? Who knows if they even know? Does a new concept mean Neymar is coming? Does a new concept mean something crap? This is the official card design, so I don't know what you guys think. Let me know down below. I don't like it. This in the top right gives me very, very AI vibes. Like, obviously, everyone's been criticizing EA this year for the AI content designs. I think they're spot on. This looks absolutely garbage. I think I'd much prefer, like, who even remembers if we just pull up, like, the FIFA 7, no, not even 17, the FIFA 18, FIFA 20, that's the one. Who remembers this Foot Birthday card design? I think that is when Foot Birthday card designs peaked. FIFA 20 is what I'm on about. Poor ball knowledge from me there. But, like, look at the difference between that FIFA 21 and then this one here. Where is it? I just think it's crap. But we could have Neymar coming to Foot Birthday. Now, it's not really to do with this Foot Birthday retro. I think that Foot Birthday 18 to 20 retro, we might see some flashback SBCs. We might see some of the concept they did back then. That's not to do with Neymar. That is nice, though. We could see some cards from, like, FIFA 18 to FIFA 20 Foot Birthdays promo. I'm not sure who even FIFA 18 we're looking at could get a flashback. We've already had a Royce Time Warp card that feels very similar to a flashback card. He could be coming, though. Bale, obviously an icon now. Ronaldo could have some sort of card for Foot Birthday, but Ronaldo gets a card in any promo. Maybe a Sadio Mane Foot Birthday card, but I feel like some of the ones you guys will remember will be slightly more recent in FIFA 20. Which sort of cards would we want? We could get a Pogba. Again, a Pogba Foot Birthday flashback. Di Maria's had a few Foot Birthday cards. Havertz there. Rashford. Saint Maximan back in the game. Saint Maximan could be an insane one, even a Teo Hernandez. So there is some potential for that, but that's not really what we're talking about when we talk about Neymar. When we're talking Neymar, it's this Foot Sheriff tweet from a few weeks ago or even a month ago where essentially FC26, this is confirmed by the way, they're going to get the Libertadores, the Brazilian League, whatever, right? Or at least like the branding is confirmed. It says not confirmed the players, but everything else is confirmed. But remember, this update normally happens in April. Well, it happened in April last year, and it'll probably happen in April again this year with the Come the Bar stuff. So that would surely mean then that no FUT birthday Neymar. But what I actually think could happen is, we've spoke about this with some of you guys in the Discord, I think could happen is, this Ronaldo card from FIFA 23, right? If you guys remember this card, he was linked to just Portugal. He wasn't Man United, he wasn't Real Madrid, he wasn't a league. He was linked to just Portugal. I think we could definitely see, because due to the rumours have to start somewhere, right? No smoke without a fire. We could see a Neymar flashback FUT birthday, maybe a Streets Won't Forget kind of card, like the Ababo Doom Bichavinho from last year, that is just Brazilian. I have got a strong feeling that something like that could happen. We even obviously got in the leak, remember? We got our new concept could happen. Could that be something? We're, of course, guessing. But the game does need hype right now. And one thing that would bring hype to the game is Neymar coming back to FIFA, right? Neymar and FIFA go hand in hand. Imagine if we got a Neymar gold card, the evolutions you could do on that card. That alone would bring some crazy hype. So let me know what you guys think. Now, we're going to jump into those investments we were talking about. We, of course, got to open our packs first. Now, these are tradable. We get a right back from Northern Ireland EFL. Looks like a team of the week. We got a Lille card, FUT Fantasy. I have no idea who that is. This is tradable. We'd love some coins in the club. Oh, Jesus Christ. Honestly, boys, pallet this year has not been the one. We'll see if we can get anything from these packs. But yeah, what is your thoughts with the game right now in general? Let's say going into FUT birthday, right? Are you still playing the game hardcore, or are you burnt out a little bit? The feeling I'm getting when we're talking on the Twitch streams from a lot of you guys is that a lot of you guys are burnt out. You essentially feel like you played icon swaps. You're playing champs, playing rivals, and it feels like you're doing the same things over and over and over again. It's like you have no motivation to play the game anymore. Maybe you want to do a few evos, maybe you log on for content. It just feels like we're in that cycle of the game, or that part of the game, where everyone's waiting for content, it doesn't come. Like we got the Goalkeeper evo today, and then you kind of move on with your life. We got a striker from Norway, that should be Erling Braut Haaland. I think that was an Ajax FUT Fantasy card, I believe. I have no idea who's actually in the promo in terms of the lower rated cards. Haaland, double walkout, single. Whenever you get the single play style, you know it's going to be an L. Yeah. Good fodder, though. You know what this is all getting saved for? We'll be doing that 89 Encore icon. Team of the year, Ibra. Even a team of the year, Hullet or Maldini. You know what? Yeah, I wouldn't say no to it. So we'll save all that fodder. We're at least getting fantasy cards. Not any good ones, but we're at least getting fancy cards. That looks like Chris Wood. I didn't even know Tim Hale had a fancy card. Not even a double walkout. No, it is a double walkout. Pinged and technical is a little bit better. Kramaric. You know what? We're getting players. We're getting players from the promo. We even got a triple there. And look at that, right? This is what I don't like with some of the new promos on FIFA. You even get a triple, right? Triple fantasy, like, not a walkout. Well, yeah, triple walkout, whatever. Triple fantasy cards. None of them three are usable. They're almost the same, right? They're 88, 88, and 89. They're almost the same as just getting other 88 and 89 gold rated cards, right? Even if Tim Cahill gets the upgrades, he's not going to get anywhere near the team. He's going to end up being used as fodder. And it's what I don't like. They include a lot of promo cards in some of the new promos. And you'd think that'd be a good thing. But you end up just packing loads of crap that you don't really care about. Now, you can go too far the other way, of course. And when it was Team of the Year and there's only insane players in packs. And then, of course, you know, at that point, you also get nothing. And we will end on a 10 times 84 before we jump into that Team of the Week Cunha. And we don't get anything. So nothing from us, boys. But all that fodder, we probably will go and end up doing an icon pack at the very least. Because as you can see, at least we got a load of fodder from it. A load of Team of the Weeks. Hopefully, we get some good upgrades on the game soon as well. But yeah, let's jump into that Team of the Week Cunha. Why we doubled our coins. And also what we're saying right now in general, because we're coming to the end of the weekend, and when we get to the end of the weekend, it's kind of free coins time. But this is on the main account. On the main account, we've just kind of been flipping cards. Some of the impact cards, like Semenyo, and I'm going to talk about this Semenyo later, because he's a very good example of how you can make some coins, similar to Schlotterbeck as well. But this is the main account, right? We've been flipping some of the impact promo cards. The Team of the Week Cunha was on the second account, where we go all in on things. Okay, so jumping onto the second account. Now, we spoke about this in one of the videos a few weeks ago, but we essentially went all in on Matheus Cunha at about 40,000 coins. Some of these cards we bought for a little bit more, some were bought for a little bit less, and we ended up going about 1.4 million coins into him at about 40,000 coins. Now, as you can see, he's at least 80,000 coins. He fluctuates between 80 and 90,000 coins. We're selling most of ours for about 83 to 84. That's where I'm getting the most luck with sales. Few at 82, few at 80. As you can see there right now, he's even going spiking a little bit higher. And to be honest, boys, I'm selling mine at 84 and 82s just so I can buy another card I want to talk about. But honestly, he'll go even higher. I probably think he'll hit 100k. They'll up his price range and he'll keep going higher, because what is happening with these cards that fit evolutions is that if you think about it, people are buying this Cunha to put in evolutions, and then it takes off the market, right? And there's literally zero more supply of this Team of the Week Cunha going onto the game, which means it's only getting the supply taken away, and they're only going to keep flying up in price. And if you guys think this is a joke, go and check out some of the other Evo cards from way earlier on in the year that just keep going higher. Doku's Jogomini was 1 million coins. His Team of the Week is 500,000 coins. Like, all of these cards, even Leao's Scream card, another one, that's just going to be extinct very soon because the supply is only going off the game. Look, he went from 200k. You guys probably thought when he hit 500, like, like I thought that he's probably not going to go too much higher. Hit 600, hits 800. Honestly, what if the 850s gets bought and put in Evos? Then they're going to keep going higher, right? They're going to be dinosaurs. They're going to be extinct. And you can do this with so many cards on the game. So we've doubled our coins on Cunha. After tax, though, we're probably on for about 1.4. We've gone to about 2.6 million coins. And I'm going to put all that 2.6 million coins into 1 or 2 different cards and then just wait on them. Because for me, this is a second account. So yes, I'll be unassigned, but I'll be on a second account. Doesn't really matter. Wait for them to probably double, triple in price, and then do it again 1 or 2 more times. And by team of the season, on the second account, I might even have more coins on the main account just by going all in and waiting on cards. We'll have to wait and see, right? But here are some cards we can do this on right now if you just want some free coins. You can even do this on some things like Fodder and Team of the Weeks this week. It's really, really easy to make coins on this game if you just take it really simply, lay back and just invest in cards and wait. Now, in the current Team of the Week, there is one out-and-out favorite, right? This Nico O'Reilly card is who, I'm going to go in personally on this account. He's 13,000 coins. Why do I like this card so much? Well, Team of the Weeks are probably going to go higher than 13,000 coins. Just Team of the Weeks in general, right? Because they're obviously going to spike between 15 and 20,000 coins in the next few weeks at some point. So he's completely safe. But also, take a look at Rico Lewis card, who's almost identical and even has worse playstyles, right? This Rico Lewis card is 86 rated, so he's higher rated, worse for evolutions. He has whipped pass plus, awful. He has average stats similar to Nico O'Reilly. Nico O'Reilly's 6'4". This Rico Lewis is not. If you look at this Rico Lewis's playstyles, absolutely shocking, and yet he's still doubled in price all the way up to 25,000 coins, and he's even been higher at times. He was even 33,000 coins, right, when he was discarded as well. So I think we'll see the exact same thing on Nico O'Reilly, where he will just spike. It might take 2 or 3 weeks, might take a month, because everyone's going to invest in this card. Just know this might be a really over-invested card, but he will almost certainly, at some point in this game cycle, hit 25, hit 30, hit 40, possibly even a little bit later on, hit 50, 60, 70, 80, up to 100,000 coins. He has more positions as well, which is really nice. And again, this was called by Toby in the free Discord. So boys, like always, if you want these calls first, we've still got the free Discord, no premium, none of that shit, right? The link's in the description, but if you want to go join that, get these calls, make sure you choose a console PC role so you actually see these come up, right? But yeah, he's the first one, but he's not the only one, right? There are so many cards right now you can look to invest in to make some coins. Again, it's all boring, but it's all free coins. The next one is Kramaric, right? 89 Fodder is at an absolute low, right? We've seen 89 Fodder no lower than about 10, 11,000 coins, an absolute low. And Kramaric is an 89 rated card. But not only that, he is an upgradable card, right? They lost the first game. All it needs is, in the long run, him to get a couple wins, and then by the 14th of March, he's a 90 rated card. Now, not only does Fodder go up, he goes up as well. He could get a goal and assist, and he gets 2 play styles. He's an obvious one, same as Fodder in general. Like, there's so many with the fancy cards because they're upgradable. You can do similar things. 85s, by the way, if you're on a lower budget, or even if you've got a lot of time on your hands, and you're willing to spend a lot on 85s, these will almost certainly hit towards 3,000 coins at some point in the week. Get them on bids today and tonight for 1 to 1.2 thousand coins, and you will double or more than double your coins by Wednesday. It is that simple. If you want to put the time into buying these cards, going unassigned, waiting, and you can double however many coins you put in. I just don't see how they won't go up again. They've done it every single week. This week, if you want a little bit higher budget, Team of the Weeks, forget Nico O'Reilly. He's a Team of the Week, but as you can see, he's a little bit higher in price, 13k. If you can get any Team of the Week on bid for 11 to 11.25 thousand coins, I can guarantee you that with the fantasy guarantee Team 2 that we will get on Tuesday, and any SBCs that we get with it, that these cards will go to minimum 13,000 coins, more likely 14,000 coins, and they give us one more SBC, like a party bag or something that's really decent, and they go towards 15, 16, 17,000 coins, right? Not only that, though, these fantasy cards are just so easy to trade in general, because people will just buy them before the games, right? Fulham play today, I think against Tottenham. This Oscar Bob card last night was easily on bid for below 12,000 coins, because overnight bids are easy. I think you can get him for about 11.5, and already he's 14,000 coins, and the game's not even kicked off, because people just buy these cards for the hypes, and it happens for the more expensive cards as well. The one I was saying before about Semenyo, the example that you guys probably want to know about, is that this Semenyo card was insane to trade with. He's looking to get his goal and assist playstyles upgraded soon. I don't think they've come on the game just yet, but he's 1.58 million coins. But look what happened yesterday, right? He spiked up until they played Leeds. When he scored his goal, he went to 1.6. And then afterwards, even though he's got his goal and even though he's getting his +1, people just, don't realize what to do with the card. They just panic and they sell it, right? So people bought it at 1.6. He went all the way back down to 1.3 as an absolute lowest. He could have bought at 1.3. And then people realize he's still getting the upgrade and he goes back up to 1.6. So honestly, these live cards, buy them way before the game, selling the hype to the game. If they have a crash after they get like their upgrades, you can buy them and wait for them to actually get their upgrades, get their playstyles, get their rating upgrades. However, just know the high-end ones are really, really risky. I bought a Zaire Emery at way above what I should have bought him for, and he looks like he's just crashing down in price, all the way down at 1,270. If you look at this card yesterday, he was all the way at 2.1 million coins. They played and they won, but obviously didn't get a goal and assist. They didn't get more than 1 goal, so they might struggle to get the 10 goals. So people sold off this card heavy, plus weekend league supply, and he's fell in one Sunday. I didn't buy anywhere near that, but I bought near 1.4 million coins. So as you can see, going to be a great tax loss on him that we'll make back this Sunday. So if you want something simpler, just choose the low-end cards like Bob, choose the team of the weeks like Nico O'Reilly. And my big tip for you guys with these fantasy cards is choose the women's cards. They are so much easier to predict, and I think they're going to do so well. Almost all the women's games around Europe, I believe, or most of the big leagues, are not playing until about the 14th or 15th of March. It's around that weekend, which means they have no hype right now for games. But when this Jill Scott's Man City's, women's team, who are top of the league, start playing games and she can get a 99 stat, she can get a +1 overall in the roles, right? And obviously the domestic cup and league towards the end of the season. I've said this Jill Scott for a while. She's not the only one, but I can guarantee you these cards will start to get some hype and rise up. So you don't need to buy them just yet, but keep an eye on this card specifically and some other women's cards going into next week. Boys, I appreciate you all, man. Apologies for the sore throat. As you can see, I am powering through, but yeah, I appreciate you, man. It's such a tough time for the game in February, as it always is. And going into March with Foot Birthday, hopefully we see some juicy content. Hopefully we see a Neymar card. We'll have to wait and see. But make sure to subscribe to not miss out on that content. Leave a like while you are down there. And like always, boys, until next time, I'll see you all in a bizzle.